Hey guys, it's Morgan here from Noobs Cubes, and welcome back to all returning subscribers. If you're not a returning subscriber, click that subscribe button. But in this video, we will be learning how to solve, or I will be teaching you how to solve one of these, a Pyraminx. Now, it's very, very simple, very, super easy. There's like 2 algorithms you gotta memorize. It took me less than half a day. This is by far the easiest, and less complicated, and I still get very good times on this. With these, because most of the time the easy algorithms, all that stuff, take longer and give you less times, or give you longer times. I am going to teach a bit of notation at the beginning of this video, because notation for a Pyraminx is just a bit different than for one of these cubes. If you want to learn how to read notation on a cube, I would go to our other video and learn how to do that. This is a very important skill that you should know how to do. So now, notation on a Pyraminx is like this. Whenever you see a letter by itself, that will mean turn the certain piece clockwise. So this would be R for right. That would be clockwise. This would be L for left. That's clockwise. This is U for up. You turn it clockwise. And this is B for back. Turn it clockwise. Now, whenever you see a letter with an I or an apostrophe kinda, that would mean turn it counterclockwise. And in the video you'll hear me saying prime. So U prime would be counterclockwise, the other way. R prime would be counterclockwise. L prime would be counterclockwise, and B prime would be counterclockwise. I will also do the pieces too. These are the tips. The tips, they're just tips. They will spin around in circles, and that is all you need to know, really. These are the centers. No. These are the edges, actually. Sorry. The edges can get mixed up for other edges. They'll have to be oriented, stuff like that. And then these are the centers here. Now, the centers will never get mixed up. This center will always be next to that center. That center will always be next to this one. They will always be in the same row as their corner. So as much as I turn this cube, as much as I scramble it up, this will always be here, and the corner will always be right above it. It will never switch positions with anything else. That is really all you need to know, and let's get started. Okay, so the first step to solve your Pyraminx after you have scrambled it is to find all the corners of the side that you want to do first. Now this is really completely up to you. You could do blue, you could do yellow, you could do red, you could do green, doesn't really matter. But anyway, choose your color. I'm going to do red because I like red a lot. I do that color a lot. And then find all of the corners for your color. So there's one here, there's one here, and one here. Now turn all the corners, so turn them all so that they are on the same face. So if your corners are like that, turn them so that all the corners are on the same face, like that. After you do this, you're going to want to align the middles. So the middles will always be in the same area as the corners. So if you turn this section right there over and over again, you should be able to find the middle. That only took me 1 turn, and remember to realign the corner. That took me 2 turns to find the middle, but you will never have to do any algorithms. It's just in the top layer. 2 turns. Alright, the next step is to put in your edges for this side. Now this isn't even really an algorithm because it's so easy. You're going to want to find some edges first. Now you'll also see, as in putting in the red corners, that this top layer has started to be solved. Now you're going to want to add in the middle, or the edges. So this is an edge right there. So I'm going to turn this until I match the color, this color on the other side of this edge to its side. And then I'll hold it like this so that the edge is here. Now if your edge is on this side, I'll show you what to do afterwards. So I'll hold it like this so the edge is facing away from me and I can't see it. And then this color is where it should be. And then I'll do this if it's on the right note. You'll pull the left down, push this over, and pull the left back up. And that will have put this edge into place. Now this one is on the left. And I didn't even have to move that because this color was in the right place immediately. That's easy. If it's on the left, you do the exact opposite. You pull the right down, the left over, and the right back up. And you'll see that that has put that corner in, or the edge in. Now this one is also on the left. But I'm going to do I'm going to show you a different thing that could happen to you, just for sake of demonstration. You could get something like this, where the red is in the right place, but is not actually oriented correctly. The edge is just, it's there, it's just not put in correctly. Now to do that, you just gotta push it out of there, and then you can do the normal way of doing it. And now to get that out is, you just pull this down, pull this to the side, you got that out, and then pull that back up. And it's that easy. So now you should align that color to its place. Pull this down, pull it in, back up. And now you will have solved the top layer. Now you're going to want to flip it over and put that on the bottom so that you just don't have to worry about it anymore. And also, this is just what mine happens to look like. I have a single dot out of place. You're going to want to turn your top tip until you match the top tip up to its center. So I'll turn yellow until I get to yellow. And that will have put all the top tips into their right place. And then you should also turn the top layer until you put the top tips to their right area. So now for me, to the right side, I mean. So now for me, I have none of the corners in the right place, none of the edges in the right place, and none are aligned. So like this one, this is green and yellow. That should have gone here. This is blue and yellow. That should go here. This is blue and green. That should go here. That's that's not very good. But if you happen to have one corner solved, or one of these edges, I mean, I keep saying corner, one of these edges solved, it's oriented correctly and it's in the right place, meaning this would be green, yellow, and yellow would be here, green would be here, and then these other two in the right place but not oriented correctly, you can actually just skip this step. If that is like that, good for you. That's very, very easy to do. I would watch this step just so you can know how to do it. This is where the first algorithm comes into play. So now what you're going to do is hold the Pyraminx like this, so that you got one of the sides facing you, and the solved side on the bottom. And now you want to recognize what is on the right to your side. Because what it's going to do is it's going to put this piece into place. So you need to know it's on your right. So, to the right of me is green. So that means the piece that goes right here has to be a blue-green. It doesn't matter if it's not oriented correctly, because you'll do that in the next step. But now that, so you just know what this has to be. Now that you do that, do this algorithm. And I'll put an annotation up. B, U prime, then turn the whole Pyraminx so that you're back to blue. And then you do L, R prime, L prime, R. And then, as you can see, this did not put it in the right spot. So you just got to do L, R prime, L, or L prime, R. Again, until you get it into the right spot. So L, R prime, L prime, R. And as you can see, that did actually put this in the right spot, which is good. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough today. So now after that, as you can see, the bottom's unsolved, and you just messed up your cube. No, don't worry. You're going to want to do U, R, and then you'll have fixed it all. You'll also see that this corner is now, at least one of your corners is now oriented. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one you're doing, but you should have oriented one corner. Now we can go to the next step. Now the next step is going to be orienting the, I keep saying corner, orienting the edges that are not oriented. So now you want to hold your pyramid in the way that the edges are in the spot that they should be. Or like the edges that you have to orient are on your left and right. So don't hold it like this so that this is already oriented. You can put that in the back. You don't need to worry about that anymore. So the next thing we're going to do, and this is not a very hard algorithm to learn at all. It uses the other algorithm but adds something onto the end. You're going to want to do L, L, R prime, L prime, R, and then U prime, R, U, R prime. And that will have just solved your Pyraminx. Now, congratulations if you did learn how to solve it. If not, no big deal. Go back, write down the algorithms, make sure you've been doing it right, and just keep practicing. It takes some people longer than the other. Especially if this is the first puzzle you learned how to solve. This is a very easy puzzle, and using this algorithm I have gotten a time well under 30 seconds. Which is not so bad. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.